percent believe their health care costs would stay the same. CNN plans a rebroadcast of the president's address about 1 hour from now at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm Brian Christie. Stay with us on CNN. Showbiz Today is next.
On Showbiz Today, bizarre controversy follows Michael Jackson as his tour travels on. The hearings begin. Will Jane Alexander be made head of the NEA? And from talk show host to the big screen, Arsenio Hall makes his producing debut.
I put 100% in, and I'm real proud of, but I'm still scared to death.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Showbiz Today. Michael Jackson continues his world tour, and child abuse accusations have followed him from Israel to Turkey. Before leaving Tel Aviv, Jackson visited an army training camp. His concerts in Israel were extremely successful, although some 500 fans at Tuesday night's concert had to be treated for cuts and bruises because of the crowded conditions. In the Philippines, meanwhile, a couple who used to work at Jackson's Neverland Ranch in California have told Los Angeles police they would be willing to travel to the U.S. to testify against Jackson. The couple claimed to have witnessed the singer sexually molesting children. The spokesman for Jackson calls the couple failed extortionists.
Senators on both sides of the aisle put aside their differences in Washington Wednesday to welcome Jane Alexander to a Senate panel. Alexander is in the middle of the confirmation process to lead the National Endowment of the Arts. And as Cynthia Tornquist reports, no one on Capitol Hill expects her nomination to be rejected.
Jane Alexander won rave reviews Wednesday as senators from both parties told the actress that she was an outstanding choice to head the National Endowment for the Arts.
I must confess I came here this morning thinking that I was going to participate in a confirmation process. I'm now inclined to believe I'm going to participate in the deification process.
Alexander has been supported by many in the arts who believe that her distinction as a performer will restore credibility to the Arts Endowment. Conservatives have criticized the NEA for a handful of its roughly 100,000 grants since the agency was founded in 1965. Among the more controversial was a photo exhibit in 1989 by the late Robert Mapplethorpe, which depicted homoerotic scenes. Wednesday, Senator Orrin Hatch referred to the agency's controversial past.
Granting taxpayers' monies for projects depicting explicit sexual acts, defacing religious artifacts, or dismembering human cadavers is utterly reprehensible in my view.
Should the Senate confirm me, I cannot promise that under my chairmanship the arts will be free of controversy. The very essence of art, after all, is to hold the mirror up to nature. I can, however, assure Congress that I will follow the statutory guidelines on funding to the very best of my ability to ensure that grants are given for the highest degree of artistic merit and excellence.
Among those who have pledged to support Alexander are Republican Senators Jesse Helms and Strom Thurmond. However, conservative groups, such as the Virginia-based Christian Action Network, continue to oppose Alexander's choice to head the NEA.
We don't think that someone from Hollywood should be in charge of that agency who does not have previous experience running a bureaucracy and dealing with the American taxpayer.
She's very qualified. The question is, will she be able to go in, be a new broom, sweep clean, knock heads together, and indeed fire people and clean house?
She's going to fund excellence. She's going to bring the best art to the most people. And I think the controversies hopefully are behind us.
A full Senate vote on Jane Alexander's appointment to the NEA is expected to take place by October, a month which has been designated National Arts and Humanities Month by the National Cultural Alliance. Cynthia Tornquist, CNN Entertainment News, Capitol Hill.
The stars came out to roast Emmy winner Roseanne Arnold Tuesday night in Beverly Hills. Arnold's friends, fans, and co-stars made up the all-star Friars Club lineup. Funny man Steve Allen served as roast master. Sandra Bernhardt, Andrew Dice Clay, and Sid Caesar were among those paying tribute to one of TV's top stars.
I think it's a great honor among comedians, and you know, I'm really excited because a lot of the people who are roasting me tonight are people that I watched when I was growing up and decided to become a comedian because I like them so much, and now, you know, they're going to be talking about me, and I'm really honored. I think it's cool.
Tuesday night at the Directors Guild, Arsenio Hall and Morgan Freeman unveiled the new movie, Beaupas. The film marks Arsenio Hall's first time as an executive producer and Morgan Freeman's debut as a director. Stars Danny Glover and Alfre Woodard were joined in the audience by Sidney Poitier, Will Smith, and Steven Seagal. Beaupas centers on a South African family struggling with apartheid. Despite the fact that he's got a movie deal with Paramount, Arsenio Hall has no plans to give up his day job. Gloria Hillard went behind the scenes with the late-night talk show host at Stage 29.
The Paramount lot in Hollywood, it's where Arsenio Hall spends most of his time these days. A home away from home and a long way from his childhood one.
A publicist could not have created a kid in the basement with folding chairs and friends, one pantomiming to a song, and then being interviewed by me while 8 other kids watched the talk show. I've wanted it all my life. Fulfilling your dreams, it's an unbelievable feeling.
And now Arsenio Hall has fulfilled another dream.
Fire your tear gas!
Mika, you arrested children?
Beaupas, a story about a family in South Africa, is the talk show host's first effort as executive producer.
I put 100% in, and I'm real proud of, but I'm still scared to death because it's my first.
And his first audience, Nelson Mandela, Hall screened it for the South African leader in Los Angeles.
He used the words powerful and realistic, and I was very happy.
You obey their orders. You're nothing but their trained dog.
I would love to go to Africa. I wish I had the time. That's the only problem with a nightly vehicle. My life is like this machine. You know, you do this thing, and it has to hit every single night.
Thank you for coming.
This is my office.
Here, you'll find a collection of teddy bears. His first one was a Christmas gift from his mother when he was 9, during more difficult times.
A lot of people get money and realize they still aren't happy. You know, sometimes you learn that that's not what it's all about. So I kind of collect these. It keeps me centered, makes me remember a period of my life, and it makes you remember that lesson. On a clear day. Sometimes I look at my life and I say, oh, wow, I almost didn't come because I was a chicken. The advertising job that I took because I figured this is instant money and a health plan and a company car, you know? And the bottom line is, when I was fired from that, I was like, I can't believe this is happening to me. But it was the thing that made me come try this. I'm the son of a Baptist preacher from Cleveland, Ohio, who was constantly told, you can't. And, I mean, everything, from school to show business. And here I am. I mean, if there's a lesson in it beyond my blessings, I would tell kids out there, don't never let anybody tell you you can't. You can do anything. You know, look at me.
Gloria Hillard, CNN, Los Angeles.
Still ahead, Sarah Jessica Parker learns to aim and fire in striking distance, and from singing wisecracker to mystery writer. A look at Kinky Friedman and his dual careers.
I'll never forget it. It was the big game. And it was all up to me.
Go for it, go for it.
For years, I've been wishing I'd swung at that pitch. Hit or miss, at least I'd have given it a shot. So, if you're a guy who wants to find out more about Rogaine with minoxidil, whether it's for you, don't just stand there with a bat on your shoulder. Find out about it.
To find out about Rogaine topical solution, call 1-800-666-9991, and Upjohn will send you an informative brochure about Rogaine. And because only a doctor can prescribe Rogaine, they'll even send you a list of local doctors who can help you decide about it.
If you'd like to find out more about Rogaine with minoxidil, don't stand there with the bat on your shoulder. Make the call now.
Have you ever created or invented a new product? Don't just let it sit there. Do something about it. You can start by calling the Inventors Helpline in Washington, D.C. at 800-227-7000. You'll receive free confidential forms and useful information describing the invention process. And when you call right now, you'll also receive a free brochure which tells you how to begin developing your new idea. So get the ball rolling. Pick up your phone right now and call for your free inventor's kit.
Call 800-227-7000.
Senator Bob Dole sides with the president on NAFTA, finds room to deal on health care. Is this the end of gridlock? Plus, columnist William Sapphire on Larry King Live tomorrow night, 9 Eastern on CNN.
Steven Spielberg, Jeff Bridges, Chevy Chase, and John Mellencamp. Is that it? They're all targets today of the Insider columnist for People magazine, Mitchell Fink. Hi, Mitchell.
Mellencamp later, but for now, Jim, Steven Spielberg has changed his mind and will now direct the big screen version of Robert James Waller's runaway bestseller, The Bridges of Madison County. Recent reports in the press all suggested that Spielberg would merely produce the movie and that Sidney Pollack would direct, with Robert Redford conceivably playing the male lead. Well, with Pollack out and Spielberg in, you can probably throw out Redford, meaning that the casting of the story's two semi-middle-aged lovers, Kincaid and Francesca, is once again wide open. Now, I want to urge folks in Boston not to become too frightened tomorrow when they hear a loud explosion coming from the direction of the Charleston Navy Yards in Charleston Harbor. A ship will be blown up during the filming of a scene from Blown Away, an action thriller from MGM starring Jeff Bridges and Tommy Lee Jones. The movie, which is due out next summer, is the biggest Hollywood production to hit Boston since the days of Robert Urich's ABC series, Spencer for Hire. Now, it's one thing for TV critics to say that they don't like Chevy Chase on his new late-night talk show on Fox, but it's another thing entirely for the producer of the show not to like him either. I hear Chase's relationship with his producer, Steve Binder, has soured to such a degree that Binder could be gone within the next 2 weeks. And finally, all celebrities need yes men, and rocker John Mellencamp is no exception. But his agreeable companion isn't your typical Armani-clad music executive. He's a 22-inch high sculpted bronze head from the Midtown Payson Gallery in New York City. Mellencamp paid $3,500 for the head, which was named Yes Man by its sculptor. I'm told the art piece has bulging eyes, and when you push the head down, it nods yes. I'm Mitchell Fink, and I don't have a yes man. In fact, I have 2 children at home whose favorite word is no.
Me too. Now, let's get back to Bridges of Madison County.
Right.
You read the book.
I did read the book, yes.
If Robert Redford doesn't get the role, who's right for the part?
Everyone wants these 2 roles. I never saw Redford in the role, but you know, casting is such a subjective thing, but it's a game everyone likes to play in Hollywood. And for this particular project, for me, I thought they needed someone a little more rugged. We talked about Tommy Lee Jones in this action thriller. I think he'd be good as Kincaid. I think possibly Sam Shepard, too, would be good in the role. But the ultimate plum and the ultimate competition will be waged for the woman's role, because Hollywood bemoans the fact that there are very few roles for women, and this is a great role because she's a married woman who has not a lot of passion in her life, and, you know, it's all opened up through her relationship with this Kincaid fellow.
Well, soon enough we'll see if you're right on the men's role anyway. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next week, I guess, in New York.
Next
right?
week. I'll see Lauren again then.
Okay, good. Lauren, back to you in New York.
Thank you, Jim. At first glance, Sarah Jessica Parker may not seem like the action hero type. In fact, she says she is the most anti-gun person you'll ever meet. So when she signed up to co-star opposite Bruce Willis in the new supercharged movie Striking Distance, the actress found she had a lot to learn. Sherry Sylvester reports.
Take the wheel. Take the wheel.
All units, this is River Rescue 9221. We're in pursuit of a murder suspect.
For her role in Striking Distance, Sarah Jessica Parker had to learn how to drive a boat, scuba dive, administer CPR, and run with a gun.
And that's where Bruce came in.
Stand by. Roll sound, please. Roll sound.
He taught me, I remember this because I was like, I can't believe he's teaching me this. It's so funny to me. To how to run up and like, put my gun, like, and hold it. You know, but how to, like, be out of breath as I've been running and chasing somebody, and then run up and hold the gun, and, like, because I was laughing.
Hardy! Put up your gun!
Put up your gun, Hardy.
Willis plays Thomas Hardy, a fifth-generation cop on the Pittsburgh police force. As the partner and sidekick to this Hardy boy, Parker also had a love scene with Willis. In promoting the film, the actor told David Letterman that this was his first love scene on the screen, and that he enjoyed it.
He's got to say he liked it. Otherwise, I'd cry.
Well, he had a teach.
Do you know what I mean?
Cry?
Sure, if he's like, ugh, ugh. I mean, if that Letterman was like, what was it like to work with Sarah Jessica? And he'd be like, bad. Wouldn't you? He would. He couldn't. Couldn't, because I'm sensitive.
Thank you.
No, I should definitely be thanking you.
Her real-life loves are Matthew Broderick and politics. Parker gave up the chance to be at the White House to do this interview. She supported the National Service Bill, and she defends the president's relationship with Hollywood.
There were a lot of years where there were a lot of members of the Hollywood community visiting the Reagan and Bush administrations, and it was okay then, so it's got to be okay now. We have to have our time to celebrate the Democrats. We don't get to very often.
The actress is also busy working on the new Tim Burton film, Ed Wood. She says she does see her movies, but not with a crowd.
No way! Are you serious? Take a crowd of my friends to my movies? No! Come see me in my movie. No!
But others apparently did take their friends to striking distance. The film opened in first place at the box office. Sherry Sylvester, CNN Entertainment News, Hollywood.
Hi, I'm Burt Reynolds. During the last 4 years, my friends Michael Landon and John Ritter have been telling you about Where There's a Will, There's an a video for students that has literally turned C and D students into A students, almost overnight. Well, that sure aroused my curiosity. Their hope was to help thousands of students do better in school. Well, this program has exceeded everyone's wildest expectations. Over 1 million grade school, high school, and college students have watched these tapes. 1 million, and the results have been incredible.
I went from straight C's and D's to straight A's and B's. My grade point average went up from a 1.8 to a 3.0, and I made the honor roll for the first time.
They have studied less, been more productive, and all 3 of our children are receiving straight A's in school.
A year and a half ago, I had a 2.1 GPA, and as a result of the seminar, I'll be graduating in May with a 3.8.
This seminar teaches students how to learn more in less time with higher retention. The seminar's techniques are effective in all subject areas: reading, spelling, math, English, writing, foreign languages, sciences, and social studies. The 1993 grade school, high school, and college editions are each available on 2 video cassettes or 4 audio cassettes and include the seminar manual. Listen. Your child's education is the most important contribution to their future you'll ever make. Don't just tell them how to get better grades. Give them a tool that will make it possible. And here's how.
Call 1-800-331-5100. Have your credit card available when you call. Where There's a Will, There's an A is the perfect gift for any grade school, high school, or college student. And if you order more than 1 set, you'll receive a 20% discount on all additional sets. So call now. 1-800-331-5100. 1-800-331-5100.
Lonnie Anderson goes back to work. A character from 2 sitcoms finds a third home, and a well-known news story becomes the latest made-for-TV movie. Sherry Pasinger has the details in this week's TV highlights.
There's no way I'm giving Jesse to that man.
Susan Day stars in Whose Child Is This? The War for Baby Jessica. The ABC Movie of the Week dramatizes the true story of the battle between the biological and adoptive families over custody rights to a baby girl. Day, who's close to her real-life stepmother, says she's sensitive to both sides.
The woman who raised me, who's responsible for me being in this room right now, who's had the greatest influence on my life, is not my natural mother. She's a stepmother. So I understand, both points of view.
I have got my integrity.
And I have got your paycheck.
The NBC comedy Empty Nest embarks on its 6th season with 2 new cast members. Estelle Getty reprises her Emmy-winning portrayal of Sophia from The Golden Girls and The Golden Palace, all of which caught her by surprise.
I was ready to hang her up. I thought it was, was over. I didn't think I'd be doing her again. After doing her on 2 sitcoms, I didn't think I would be doing a 3rd.
Marsha Warfield returns to series television as Dr. Maxine Douglas. She helps run an inner-city clinic.
This is a woman who is in control of her life. She's in charge. She runs a clinic. She's not making millions of dollars, but she's doing something worthwhile.
You never were a patient. You're from the company that bought our hospital.
Another actress on the healthcare beat is Lonnie Anderson. She joins the cast of Nurses as Casey McAfee, a high-powered executive sent to secretly evaluate the medical center. Anderson describes her character as her complete opposite.
I don't think she's very likable.
but I think she has some vulnerabilities. But what I like about playing someone like that is nice usually isn't very funny. And so when you're flawed, you're much more interesting. And she's very flawed.
Cobra assists victims of crime.
Michael Dudikoff stars as Scandal Jackson in a new syndicated action-adventure series, Cobra.
I'm aboard for this one ride at least.
The Stephen J. Cannell production opens with Scandal being recruited by an undercover agency only known as Cobra. Dudikoff says his character is just a nice guy unless he's rubbed the wrong way.
He was a Navy SEAL and a lot of training, and he knows the difference between right and wrong. And he's a pretty level-headed guy. Just don't mess with him.
Neither are you.
Sherry Pasinger for CNN Entertainment News, Hollywood.
In this case, Oscar is a complete slob, and Felix is a neat freak. The truth is that Oscar is not that much of a slob. It's that he's let himself go because of the situation in his life. Felix is an obsessive-compulsive nut.
They ask me how I knew.
Did you ever fall in love so hard it hurt? The memory keeps coming back like a song. Well, now, Time Life Music recaptures all those romantic memories in the rock and roll era. Recapture the magic with 22 fabulous hits from 1959. Only $9.99 on compact disc or cassette. More than 1 full hour of music.
I wanna dream lover, so I don't have to dream alone. 16 candles, come with me, my love.
Then you'll have the opportunity to audition other great albums. There's no minimum to buy. Satisfaction guaranteed. So call now and relive the romance.
Order Rock and Roll 59. Use your credit card and call 1-800-382-4566 or send $9.99 for 1 cassette or 1 CD plus $3.50 shipping and handling to Rock and Roll 59, Department 1, Richmond, Virginia 23280. Phones open 24 hours.
The epic story of the 3 most critical days in American history. Experience the creation of an unforgettable motion picture event, The Making of Gettysburg. A TNT special presentation, Saturday, October 2nd.
I describe it as a musical montage. I think that it sort of covers several genres of music, and there's something in it for everyone.
It's a more upbeat album, and it's a bit funky, and I'm very happy with it. It's a combination of some jazz overtone type songs, some really nice ballads, and some upbeat tempo tunes.
This record covers the gamut of being extremely abrasive to extremely tender. It's very musical, it's very raw, and it's going to be coming to a town near you.
If you liked offbeat, some would say strange country songs 15 years ago, you may have liked Kinky Friedman then. If you like offbeat, some would say strange murder mysteries now, then you may like Kinky Friedman now. Jill Brooke explains it all.
Everybody in America, all they ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore.
There was a time when Kinky Friedman performed at clubs instead of bookstores, but these days he's traded his acoustic guitar for a word processor.
Joseph Heller says nothing succeeds as planned. You know, you want to be a country singer, you'll probably wind up a best-selling novelist.
A mystery writer, to be precise, and not even Kinky Friedman had a clue to his real calling.
In the early 70s, I had a band, Kinky Friedman and the Texas Jew Boys, and we irritated many Americans, and we had some hit songs. We had some songs. They Ain't Making Jews Like Jesus Anymore, Get Your Biscuits in the Oven and Your Buns in the Bed, and Old Ben Lucas Had a Lot of Mucus, my first song I ever wrote when I was 11 years old.
Despite a cult following for his liberal wisecracks, Friedman's music career never really took off.
You find out that it's a very small step from the limo to the gutter. And I think Robert Frost said, hell is a half-filled auditorium.
In 1983, he saved a woman from a mugger, and the experience gave life to a new career. 3 years later, at age 42, he started writing murder mysteries, turning himself into a Sherlock Holmes with a Stetson hat, who smoked cigars instead of pipes and solved crimes from a seedy New York loft instead of London.
These are not books for humorless, constipated people to read. I mean, these are funny books.
Can you write this one to Richie?
For Richie?
My father, he's a big fan of yours.
This is music to Kinky's ears. For others wanting to listen to some favorite tunes, Kinky has just released a career retrospective on CD, Old Testaments and New Revelations, along with his sixth novel, Elvis, Jesus, and Coca-Cola. And a previous book, A Case of Lone Star, is being made into a movie. Leave it to a renegade country singer to round up some friends as stars. Already committed are Dennis Hopper, Dean Stockwell, and Willie Nelson. And who will play the lead character of Kinky Friedman, country singer and first-rate sleuth? Harrison Ford? Tom Cruise? Not in the running. The Kinkster plans on playing himself in between writing another novel and relishing success at this late date.
I think Damon Runyon said it well, that all of life is 6 to 5 against. And we try the best we can, and when we succeed with a little something, it's a wonderful experience. And the Kinkster is certainly I'm enjoying my life very much.
For CNN Entertainment News, this is Jill Brooke.
Well, that's it for this edition of Showbiz Today. Please join us tomorrow for a behind-the-scenes look at a TV reunion of The Odd Couple. In Hollywood, I'm Jim Moret.
And in New York, I'm Lauren Sedin. For everybody at Showbiz Today, we thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
The wine is already. Come on, let's kick it.